Hello friends, today we are going to learn Standard 10 Higher English 2.1 Animals. This is one of the beautiful poem of the Walt Whitman. I will also send one of the video on warming up activity. But before that we are going to learn now that is a poem. My friends, this is one of the best poem I know you know very well. The Walt Whitman, who was a major American poet who wrote a beautiful poems in his composition of the poems. He was born in 1819 and he was died in 1892 in an age when all poetry was rhyme and metrical. What is about this? In his era, when he was a poet at that time, all the poets were compose the poem with a particular rhymes and have a metrical system. It means that a particular kind of rhymes and there should be the perfectly statistical wordings are also to be used there. So the what Whitman made a break with the traditions and wrote a revolutionary new kind of poetry in a free verse. It means he changed the total that pattern. A lot of the poets on that period, the contemporary period, they wrote the such kind of the poems. There should be a tradition of the rhyme. There should be traditions of the some such kind of the lines are to be perfectly to be used to make a such kind of the figure of speech there. But here he started one of the new change there. That's he wrote all his poems in a free verse. It was a specialty of his poem at that time. He was a non-conformist in all the respects. It means he's not believed easily uh, in anything. It means he's not confirm about that. It means he is also very firm about his opinion and he is not easily accept any new material or new anything from we can say the such kind of the people in the history of English literature, or we can say about the history of our English or the Britishers, there should be the one thing we can say that is the Orthodox and the protagonist. Those Protestants, it means that those we can found that he is one of the protagonists. He is not believe each and everything easily. He is also opposed that, and he is also making so many questions against it. So he is a not conformist. He is a non-conformist in all the respects, including his social life. In his social life, he is also living a very happily. He is not confirm on any other elements. He is his own his opinions also there. Especially this the next stanza, this next lines are given to you that what is the poem is about. The poet tells us that he feels more at home with the animals than the humans. It means that what he says that here, the poet tells us that he feels more at home with the animals and the human. It means he has got the very much satisfaction or relaxation or the relax in the company of the animals rather than the human beings. Why so? Because whom he finds complicated and the false. He mostly find that there, the people who are very fastly living there, they are very complicated ones. They deceive each other. They are worried about each other. They are not very living very freely and very happily with each other. So he was a very different kind of a poet, and he was a American poet. We know very well that now. Now let's start the poem we are now going to learn now. What is the first line? The poem begins with the first line that's I think I could turn and live with the animals. They are so placid and self content. What it says that? I think it means I feel that I could turn and live with the animals. I would like to live with the animals because they are so very they were not easily upset. They are very happy, and so I like with them. And those animals are also self-contained. It means that they are self-sufficient about them. They are very much give the respect to themselves, and they are not to be thinking any other thing. So they live the life of the self-sufficiently. I stand and look at them long and long. The poet in the second line he says that I stand with them, I look at them very long time because they are very good, they are very innocent, they are very simple, they are not doing any bad thing with the others, they are not have jealousy. We remember that. So the poet says, I stand and look at them long and long. They do not sweat and whine about their conditions. What does the poet say about that? That they do not sweat. They do not have the such kind of the, we can say, when suppose when we are walking very hardly, we are very fastly. At that time we have to be sweat. At that time, they do not sweat and whine about their conditions. The animals are never think about their conditions. Suppose they want to eat something, they eat and remaining they drop there. Suppose they want to wander anywhere in the forest or in the farm, they want to um, take some food from the from the farms. They easily go there, they can easily get there, and they never think about that. It means they are very, very carefree, very, very carefree. They are very happily they are living. Yes, okay. They do not lie awake in the dark and weep for their sins. Yes, the animals are never weep in the darkness. It means they never repentance that. They never think about their sins. They never think about the very bad things. They never lie with others, their companions. It means they are very, very truthful animals, and the poet like very much. They do not make me seek discussing their duty to God. They do not make me seek discussing their duty to God. It means they did not discuss Him. They did not discuss each other. They are very freely they are living with each other, and they never pray before the God, and they never blame to the God also. So what is their duty? They are working, they are living very happily, and thus they find out that the real happiness. Not one is dissatisfied. No animal will be dissatisfied, uncomfortable. Not one is demented with the mania of owning things. What is meant by the demented? That it means the mad, and mania means the craze. They never become the mad for something. They always like to become the good one. They have not a craze owning the thing, just like the human are. Human beings are collecting the lot of the monies and things and so many such kind of the instruments, so many things are, but the animals are not crazing to get more and more. It means they are very satisfied with themselves. Not one nails to another, nor to his kind dad. They never nails another, their company before the companions, or nor he is a kind that lived thousands of years ago. We see that so many years ago from that the animals never be they are never dissatisfied, they are never demented, they have no craze there, they are living very happily. Not one is to another, and nor he is a kind that lived thousands of years ago. Not one is a respectable or unhappy over the whole earth. No one is also here too happy and satisfied, and here is also they are very unhappy. They are never we can find that. So they show their relations to me, and I accept them. The animals are uh, playing their roles very simply, and they are keep a maintained relation with all the peoples, and I accept them. The poet says that I accept the relationships. They bring me token of myself. They evince them plainly in their possession. It means that they bring the token. Tokens means that that's we can say that here is also example is given that their virtues like innocence, simplicity, and contentment, etc., etc., they have. They have. It means the animals have their own virtues. They have very much innocence lives, and they have very living very simply, and they are very contentment life. So here the poet says that I like all the animals because they are much more happier and very satisfied rather than the human beings. So I like to have the company of the animals there. I wonder where they get those tokens. I wonder where they get those tokens. It means they have the virtues, innocence, and simplicity, the contentment. The poet says that I wonder where they get those tokens. Did I pass that way huge times ago and negligently drop them? In the ending of the poetic lines, the poet says that yes, there is also a huge times ago and negligently dropped them. We have no simplicity, we have no virtueness, we have no innocentness, no have simplicity, not contentment. It means that all the human beings are very, we can say, um, they are very miser. Sometimes they are very lustfully living. They are demanding lot of things. They wanted to collect a lot of the money. They wanted to get a lot of the property, lot of the possession. So what's happened there? The people are very different. The human beings are very different. The animals are very different. At that time, the poet likes the company of the animals, not the human beings. This American Walt Whitman poet very differently the we can say the ideas he is taking from the animals, and he enjoyed the real life with the animals, not the human beings. Here, my friends, I think you like these videos. It's my first video on the English medium schools. Day by day, I also improve myself also, and I have also given the much more examples to you. So my the tagline is also that learn with the Ganesh creation. I have the some of the videos for the lower classes, for the Marathi medium, for the English mediums also, for the science subject also. So if you like this, you have to be like, subscribe, and send some notes or some suggestions on the comment in the comments. So get well soon. Yes, okay, do the best one. You have to be make a practice. My example is given to you. My explanation is only not sufficient for you, but you have to your sufficient or self study. Okay, see you. Bye bye. See you again. Bye.